I've been using my iPhone 14 Pro since it launched 1 month ago, and I think that the phone is great after using it a bit more, but that was not my initial thought. When I bought this phone, I started to realize there were some issues, like the slow camera launch speed, and that really annoyed me because it made the 48 megapixel camera basically useless for quick shots. I then realized a few days after that how bad the software actually was. Using iOS 16 on my 13 mini was fine, but using it on the 14 Pro felt slow, and it got so bad that I made a video on it. My video that I made on the 14 Pro got a lot of attention from my channel, and I'm extremely happy about that, especially since my channel was stuck at 497 subscribers for almost a month. The part that's hard for me to understand is how my phone magically stopped having issues after I published the video. I didn't update for this to happen, it just happened overnight. Using this phone ever since late September or early October has been great, and I enjoy using the phone a lot now. iOS 16.0.3 just came out as of when I'm making this video, and 16.1 is coming out soon as well. With all these updates coming out, I'm excited to see how the future stability will fare for these phones. iOS 16.0.3 apparently officially fixed my issues with the camera being slow, and that's already one of my biggest issues gone. And if there wasn't a lot of software issues, this phone would be very cool. Dynamic Island isn't taken advantage of yet because iOS 16.1 hasn't came out yet with live activities, so I haven't been able to use it to my full ability, but so far it's very helpful for quick music controls, and it's saved me a lot of time on that alone. It's also just a cool feature to have. It's technically taking up more area than the notch, but I guess that area wouldn't be used anyway. I don't think the charge speed is 28 watts or 30 watts, or whatever people say it is. The charge speed is 18 watt max still for my testing, and I did test when I got the phone, and it charges at 16 watts most of the time, and sometimes it charges as low as 1 watt whenever you're close to finished charging the phone. That's an issue I have, and I wish it just had faster charging. I don't care about battery degradation, so it would be a great feature for me to have. Speaking of battery degradation, there's a good bit that's going on. When I got the phone, Coconut Battery reported a consistent 104.7 battery health. All my tests were performed with the phone at 100% battery. I think that's stupid how Apple underrates their battery capacities and makes it so battery health is inaccurate, but this phone's battery may have some long-term issues. I have used this phone a lot, so it has about 50 charge cycles, meaning I charge it more than once a day on average. The cameras have been great though, and 48 megapixels definitely makes things look a lot nicer than they did with the past 6 years at 12 megapixels. The focus distance issues I mentioned in my previous video will not be fixed with software, as it's a hardware issue from the lenses that Apple uses. Most of the content on my channel since I have got this phone was recorded on the 14 Pro, and I think it turned out just fine. I still think that many things like cinematic mode and action mode are largely gimmicks as they don't work correctly. My Zag screen protector that I applied when I got the phone has some scratching, but it's still in great condition and I won't be replacing this until I need to. If it cracks, I have the lifetime warranty and I can get it replaced easily from a Best Buy store. There are a lot of small issues I can talk about and whine about, but I won't, because they're small and they don't really affect the experience too much. Like, for example, the phone is slightly heavier than I think it should be. I think this phone right now is great. It's a great purchase, and I expect this phone to sell a lot in the holiday season of 2022, as long as iOS 16 continues to improve over the next couple of months. I will be keeping this phone. It's hard to believe that I've already had this for a month, especially since I was unable to keep a 13 Pro for longer than about 2 or 3 months without seeing problems occur. The question many ask is this phone worth over $1,000? And I'd say that on its own, probably not, but when you factor in trade-in promotions and carrier deals, you will definitely see a lot more value in this device. I got mine for $288 if you include the Apple trade-in price and the T-Mobile credits applied. I think that it's very well worth that to put $288 in every year and have the newest iPhone. That's what I think personally, but some people might think differently. Tell me what you think in the comments, as I think a lot of people will agree, but a lot of people will disagree as well. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this helped your decision on whether or not to buy this phone, but that was just my experience for 1 month of usage. Goodbye.